Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave Analysis.com YouTube channel. This is Henry and today is Thursday, December the 1st. The time is 4:30 a.m. GMT. Now today we are looking at the FTSE 1 hour time frame. This is from UK, right? Now we're gonna, as always, look at the short term and then zoom out to get some idea of the context of this move, and then also talk about other things like interesting observations, alternates if there's alternate, and all those things. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. What we have here is a rally that we label as a 3 and 4 here. So this is an impulsive rally. That means we are now within with 5 in the minor degree, in the red degree here. Within the minor degree, we subdivide into another 5 waves. So we got 1, 2, and then about to end the 3 right now, 3, 4, and then 5. If we take a look here in the RSI, still at the highest. So that tells us that most likely this is not ending yet. So it's only 3 in black here with a 4 and 5 to come. So if you just simply only want to know shorter cycle and doesn't care about anything else, then that simply means that we should see more upside. That's it, right? So we should see more upside until we fully subdivide into 5 waves, and until you see some sort of divergence right here, something like this. Until you see a divergence like this, while the price keeps making a new high, right? So if you don't understand anything else and you don't care about anything else, then that's basically the takeaway. We should see more upside, and this is the invalidation level. But I think you can also use this trend line here. So as long as we continue to stay above this trend line, then it remains bullish, and we should see at minimum one more like higher, or if not a few more high, right? If not a few more high, then at least one more high, at least until you see a divergence right here. Now let's zoom out and get some ideas. Now zooming out here is very interesting, right? Here we go. This is the weekly time frame. Okay, now here we go. It's very interesting here. This move up here, this 3 and 4, actually you cannot even see it on the weekly. In the weekly is here. This is the 3 and 4 here. So it's a very so that 5 ways up here, this 3 and 4, the starting point of that 5 ways up is this one, is over here. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you are looking for 5, and then when 5 is finished, now you notice here, right? You notice here what happens is, if you look from the distribution and trend line perspective, let me zoom out everything. Couple of very interesting observation, guys. We are very close to breaking above the previous peak, number 1. Number 2, this is even more important peak, which is also not too far, 2018 high. This is 2022 high, right? So we are about to break out this, which is bullish, right? If it breaks above here, which it looks like it will, and then if it breaks above here, it's even more bullish, because this is your COVID-19 crash, and we managed to break above or close to breaking above it. So if it does, then obviously that means your correction is finished, right? If I zoom out everything, that actually means, okay, we start the next leg up if we can break above that 2018 high, right? So those are a couple of very interesting long-term implication if you want to understand all those things. Now secondly, right, look at this. This is not looking bearish, is all I'm trying to say, right? 5 ways up, when that 5 ways up is finished in the 1 hour, most likely it will break above here, and maybe even break above here, but at least break above here, which is bullish, right? You might be tempted to say, is it possible this is labeled being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Even if that is the case, it's still a 5 waves. That means it's bullish. So okay, if you want to label this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then new high being with 5, you're gonna get a big 3-ways pullback, but it's not bearish, because then it will become a 5 ways up from 2020, and then after 5 ways you rally again. sorry, after 3 weeks you rally again, right? But if you look at it from the perspective of the channel, which is what we're going to be looking at here, look at this. If I draw a trend line like this, now you notice it breaks here. If I look at the RSI, it's even more clear. Look at this. Look at this move down here and look at this move up here. So what does that tell you? That tell you that this move here, this is not part of the same cycle from the low. So if you want to label this 1, 2, 3, 4, you're saying this is part of the same cycle. But if you use channel, right, if you are using channel, then the probability is that this cycle ended here, because it breaks below the channel, it breaks below the channel in the RSI as well. Look at this, right? Suppose this one is price, you will not try to label this as a 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and this is a 4, right? You won't do that if this is price movement, right? Impossible. So this is a new cycle, this is a different cycle. So you got 1, 2, and now trying to break higher. So in price it almost breaks. So if it does break, that is a sequence of, it's a bullish sequence. It's a high. It's a high, and then implying a move higher to at least 100%, which is 9,494, right? We are not really that far away to break above this previous peak here, the 2022 February peak. Not really that far away. Now until that happen, we might fail and go down, yes, but also at the same time the move higher looks impulsive. So I think there is a good chance that if you want a full confirmation, you wait until it breaks above here. That should basically seal the deal, right? If it breaks above here, it will seal the deal that this is probably the end of the correction, right? This thing here is the end of the correction of the 2020 cycle, and you start a new leg higher. And then leg higher starts with an impulsive move. So after that 5 weeks is finished, you got, yes, you will get 3 weeks pullback, but it's not a big 3 weeks pullback, right? So it's just gonna be, now when I'm looking at weekly, everything seems to be small, but actually if you look at it on the hourly, even this pullback, for some people that looks bearish to them. Now, to me that looks correction, but some people only look at the 15 minutes, right? So they feel like, oh, all of this move is super bearish without looking at the higher time frame. So after this 5 weeks move is complete, you get a pullback, but then that pullback is only correcting this, and then after that it rallies again, right? So again, you don't need to understand all of those. If you care about short term only, then it's simple, right? Should see more upside until you see a divergence in the RSI. Okay, so that's it, guys, for today. And as always, if you want to get more regular updates, feel free to check our service. We have 1 day trial. The link is in the description of the video. I'll see you all again next time. Have a nice day, everyone.